basic idea is to go into a circle, it takes a force to pull you into that circle, and it depends on how fast you're trying to whip into that circle to overcome inertia and the tightness of the turn. And then torque is a twisting force. It's just the force times the distance from the center of that rotation there, okay? So if you think about it, for a car, okay, the car can twist in a couple directions. It can either twist front to back as you accelerate or brake, and then also left to right. So in a car, there's a system called anyone know what absorbs your bumps and all that, and how you grip the road? Suspension, exactly, okay? But on a race car, the suspension is really tight, so you can just hug the road there, okay? So anyway, there's this thing called the CG. You know what CG stands for? It stands for center of gravity, exactly, okay? The center of gravity is an important idea. What it is it's a point at which on any object it'll balance, okay? For example, on a meter stick, there's a little trick. You just move your hands towards the what? How do you find the center of gravity? Towards the center point, right? And ideally, it should be right where? Right at 50 centimeters. That's where it's going to balance, okay? The human body, it's somewhere around your belly button. For women, it's a little bit lower, okay? So that's an important thing in sports. Think about where you bounce there. So like in basketball, one trick is if you're guarding an opponent, you don't look at their head because they can do a head fake on you, right? You look at their center of gravity. When you balance an object like this meter stick, you want to keep the center of gravity over the base of support. So one trick is you don't look at the bottom, you look at the top, because it takes more torque the further you get away from the pivot point where the center of gravity is. So the top gives away which way the center of gravity is tipping there, okay? So again, it's trying to put together all these ideas. So the center of gravity is, for all practical purposes, where we can think the weight is concentrated here, okay? And for a car, it just depends on where the engine is and how the weight is distributed, okay?